Hello everybody and welcome back to our Kanjos Gaming. Kanjos here bringing you some more Space Engineers and the Hoodwinked scenario. Alright guys, in terms of recording this, it's only been like about a day since I recorded the previous video. But I'm so excited about this. I thought I really wanted to get back into more of this. And yeah, I just got started and I got carried away. And I thought, I've got to stop. I've got to stop and show you guys what I've been up to and where I'm going with this, and stop doing things for future proofing, and keep making sure that our hero is safe. I've already died a few times from insect attacks as well, so I'm back to square one in terms of the buffs. So in terms of everything, I've obviously, as you can see, I've returned the land shark. I've currently put the helo up there, which somebody is saying looks a lot like the Cobra helicopter, and I can sort of see where they're coming from, just without the tail section. Okay, next thing I've done is I spent a lot of time down the mine, and as you can see, I have created this star of pistons, which are currently expanding out and digging underneath the ground, and getting all this lovely stone for us. I'm already on the second piston as it stands. I mean, this one's already maxed out. It was about halfway before these even hit the wall, so I could have extended them out by another 2 connector blocks before I added in the pistons. I may have to do something like that before adding any more on once the third one has actually extended. On top of that, however, I have already added on this section onto the top of the base. Remember last time we put our storage there. Actually having on the inside of here, actually having these ports under here are so useful. This one for being able to get my cargo and goods and bits like that. However, I think what I am going to do, saying that, while you guys subscribe, like the channel, and leave a nice comment below, is this is going to change from ores and ingots to tools and bottles, because that's what I'd rather have in there. And then if I go industrial large on this one here, we've got ores and ingots, so we'll leave that one in there. So this one is components, tools, ammo and bottles. Okay, so for now let's just leave the ammo in there, and then that way we can go in here. There we go. Everything that we need is really, really quick to get out of here. I mean, we could actually, I could argue the toss. I could actually add in another one, which is like ammo and weapons and things like that, so that we can get full access to everything. Because as it stands at the moment, if I just go in here and add in and it's ready to bring it all in, like weapons racks, for example, right? Oops. There isn't currently a singular weapons rack which actually has a connection point on it. So why Izzy's script, for example, believes that there is a way of connecting to it, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's to do with the category the weapons racks comes under is the same as cargo, to be able to allow it to be able to store things. I'm not 100% sure on all of that sort of thing, because scripting is not my thing. Never has been. Okay, so for some reason I thought there was some sort of storm going on. Okay, so going back to what we were talking about, I might actually add that terminal in later. Okay, so I've also put this platform up here. As you can see, got this nice platform. We've got plenty of connection points down here. Could probably split this into multiple rooms, which is sort of where I'm aiming for on all of this as well. But this, I believe, I'm going to start with the basics. I'm going to start with getting the medical room up here. I'm going to put in the medical center here. I think what I'm going to do is probably I can't do that because I need this as an observation port here. Okay, have to do it the other end. Oh well, best laid plans of mice and men are always, moved astray, aren't they? Right. Oh, I hate it when it does this and it resets it at the same time. Okay. So now I've got to go and get my concrete colour again. No. Defaults. That one is meant to be the concrete colour. There we go. It's a shame you can't save a preset set of colours and all that. Right, now the reason why I wanted to do this the way I wanted to do this is having the medical room inside is because of the sheer fact of having to try and seal the room. You know, you guys have seen in the past how difficult that can be. So let's get that in and I'll show you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about putting it sort of like that way. So we've got access to everything more easily, more readily. Right, so let's get in that T-piece. Say, I'm going to sling that across to our colour there. And then for the medical room, we'll slap that in. Yeah. No, actually, I'm going to change. I don't like that. Sorry, I'm chopping and changing my minds again. Sorry, minds? Mind, even. Make it sound like I've got more than one brain. Sometimes I wish I did, but, you know, not the truth. It's hard enough having one brain these days. Why is it saying I've got 0? Because I probably do. Okay. That would be another advantage of actually having the medical room up there as well. I can also use that as a terminal. At some point I will have to create a staircase up there, but we'll get to that one eventually. Yeah. Okay, so let's move about 100 of that in there. Go interior. Okay. That'll do then. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. Mike Myers. Okay, get that in there, and then we can then get that in. There like that. Okay, which means I can now, if I can find the door. Finally get rid of that. And it's decided to hang on me for a moment. It always seems to do that. You know, the more complicated the area I'm doing. Okay, do that, do that. Alright, get that in there like that. Okay, that's going up there like that, so... Yeah, so for now I can get rid of them. There we have it. I know I'm going to be getting rid of all that again later on, But for now, I just want to make sure that it's a sealed room in case a sandstorm comes whilst we are doing the rest of this. Okay, so we've got in our medical room. It's all nicely built. We can add in other things, other bits and pieces that we need. So let's add in a bed. Add in lab equipment. Maybe a desk or two here and there. I don't really know what we need at the moment. I'm sort of guessing at this moment in time. So yeah, we'll sort of take this a bit at a time. Okay. Yeah, let's start with the lab equipment. Go back to our nice neon texture. Let's see what we got. Lab experiment. Experiment B. Which is the big tank. Lab experiment C, which is that one there. Yeah, let's have an MRI machine there. And then what we can then do, and I've did this once before, is I had like a how did I do this last time? Yeah, it was like a desk. Yeah, I put a desk there, so it sort of looks like this, like it's controlled, if you will. Yeah. Be cheeky and just use that. Okay. I mean, we have got loads of room here, so we can add in some of these science experiments and all this sort of thing. Now, in terms of like a bed, yeah, I do want to add in a couple of window beds. Maybe like one there. One there. And maybe over this side we add in actually, how do I want to do this? Because I could add in maybe a shower in the corner there. No. With maybe a toilet like that. So it's all walk-inable. So if we then add in maybe like a passage corner, something like that, so we can just walk in and do what we need to do. Let's see. So we've done the bathroom. Don't need the desk. Probably don't need the corridor anymore. Bed-wise, we've done that. So yeah, we are now just down to like the science experiments in the lab equipment. Now this one here is just a lab experiment, so we can put this pretty much anywhere. So, but let's get the big one in first. Lab experiment C. I mean, this has got 0 attachments on it. Yeah. So if we add in maybe that. That's the wall there. Want this in a bit, so maybe something like that with... Maybe having that like that might look good. Yeah. Okay. And then actually what we could also do, I think it's under cryo now. Yes. So we've got multiple cryo chambers that we could also throw into this this mix as well, because we've got the insect cryo chamber, and we've also got now the lab vat cryo chamber, which we could like maybe sling on there, you know. So it looks like it's part of the assembly, but at the same time, we've then got it being fed from underneath. Now, is that the right way up? The question is, how can you tell which way is up? Unless you put it in, go in, and hope to God you're not upside down. Okay, so let's replace that. Again, we use the conveyor junction there. Oops, didn't change the colour. I mean, I suppose I could have used... Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm going to do that in the future. Using the square brackets key. I keep forgetting I can do that stuff. Okay, so we'll add that in there. Hope to God this is the right way around. See, told you, wrong way around. 2 ways of doing it. Guaranteed. Bloody-teed that I'm going to get the wrong way around. That's... Hey, what the hell?
Inventory full.
Oh, right, that's like the medical components. I can't see a thing that says whether this is the right way up or not. I can't see any markings, so that's a bit of a challenge, that one. There we go. So we've now got a lab vat cryo tube thingy. I'm not sure exactly how to describe that one, to be perfectly frank with you. I mean, we could really, really go to town on this. I mean, I guess that's the beauty of it. I mean, because, I mean, we could add in like one of these and I don't know, somehow like say it's like bolted on the wall. Which is a good point. Where are we going to put the door? I think if we put maybe the door here. Okay, it's going to throw a wobbly for some reason. There we go. So we'll have like the lab door like there. I need a girder first. Oh yeah, I can use this. So if I go in here, go K, and then go inventory, then I can just go girder. I don't know why everything is in there and not in here. I'm going to have to figure out that later on. So 305. Sure why it's not allowing me to drop in there, but figure that one out later. Girders, there we go. Put in about 50 of those. Oh, that's a good point. Why didn't I pick up, whilst I was at it, maybe 100 of those, just in case. You never know. Okay, so we can do something like that. And then... done it again. I'm so used to doing it that way. I keep doing... Alright. Alright, there we go. So we now got an actual room. That we can use. Alright, so going back around this corner. Yeah, we've got easy access still to here. Got access to our everything here. Great. But we do still have this massive corner over here. Right, okay, what else have we got in the lab experiments we haven't included? We haven't included experiment B. Well, that can go there, I guess. And then... yeah. Don't really want to use the insect cryo. Doesn't really go there. Already got one of those. I mean, we could put that there, but do we really need it? Probably not, but I need to get this done quickly because we've now got a storm brewing. Okay, let's get this done quickly before we get killed by the storm. Hey, where is it? There. Okay. Get that in there. Then I want the... I want to use a corner piece, but I can't use the corner piece because that's going to cause then complications later on. I can use a straight there. We can also just enter the cryopod and just wait out the storm. Oh, it's a radiation storm as well, so I just noticed that in the bottom left hand corner, yeah, we've got an exposure level. No, it's not allowing me to... okay. So our base is well and truly covered in the storm. Let's have a look how things are going down here. We're what? About 10% extended. We've got this nice little lip under here, so if we extend out, we got this sort of like large donut sort of ideology going on here. Now, I've made it 5 high because what I was thinking is if I can get this pillar by I don't know, by drilling a little hole in there or something, yeah, get this pillar to come down, get to like a roof, and then maybe go down even further to a floor. We can put in like a battery or something like that to secure it until we can create a wall or something like that, whilst we're creating like an underground level for the base. And I don't really know what else at this moment in time, but I'm thinking that might be a way to go in terms of expansion. I mean, at the moment things are looking good. Still need to create an area for this truck. I'm thinking actually about maybe extending this out maybe to say around about here. So the truck can go in, pull out and then go, so that it doesn't collide with anything that's inside the bay. Because even inside the bay, we've still got these barriers. I left them there as a form of delineation, I guess you could say. I'm going to leave the crane, and I'm going to sort of just have the, like with this corner, I'm going to have this corner cut when I get rid of this area here. Land shark, I believe I'm going to have another area over this side. I can't really see a reason for keeping it where it is. We've got so many potholes in this terrain. I mean, actually, I don't think it really matters where it goes. Okay, so we may want to just create a garage for it. You know, some sort of large garage. Definitely need to bring the ramp forward by a ton if we're going to do that. Might want to use maybe some of these Rebels gates as a means to be able to seal the front. Or maybe even have like a set of the normal gates going from top to bottom. Alright, I think the storm's over, so we can get back to building our lab. Actually, I think the lab is built. Let's go through our bits and pieces. So we've got lab A, we've got lab B, we've got lab C. We've got... Do we have lab equipment anywhere? No, we don't. Okay, so... Well, throw one there. So it looks like that's part of this experiment. Right, I think I'm also going to have it that this... I think they call it the... Yeah, they call it a large display. We go... Text and images. There is somewhere in here a chart. See that one there? Yeah, so we can have that in there as like some sort of biometric thing. Here we could have text images. Let's see what else we've got in here that we could use. Was it one of these graphs? Tell you what, let's add them all in. I'll have that on a 3-second change. So graph 2 was more than one I was thinking of. Or maybe 3. I like 3. Yeah, I'm going to go with 3. Graph 3 on that one. So if we remove graph 1, graph 2, 4 and 5. Take away that interval change. There we go. That looks a little bit more impressive. I can't do anything with that. Can't really do anything with that. Oh, maybe we can do something with this. You know, so we've got a little bit of a change from the norm. Right, so I think we went with graph 2 on that one. I think we'll go with graph 3 on the other one. Graph 2 on that one. That looks great. Yeah. Can't really do much with that. Okay, so that's cool. So we now got our medical room up here. We are going to need a way up. This is certainly true, and I'm sort of trying to figure out how to do this. And I think the way I want to do this is I want to have it come from there up to here. So I think, okay, let's get rid of this. We'll add in the scaffold. We're adding the ramp. I'm missing something here. Yes, I know what I'm missing now. Missing the graded catwalk. So So, have the door frame. Yeah, so if we have something like that, with the door, yeah, let's have a big door, like a well, we've already got a wide, haven't we? So could add in maybe something like. How are we going to have that? Maybe, yeah, if we have that there, like that. Yeah, so slight change in what I was thinking. If I go instead, maybe with... wrong one. Where is it? Something like that. I think we might want to start from here. Thank you. Right, if I'm going to add in the staircase, I'm going to need something for it to go on. How am I going to justify what is supporting it? Oh, I know. Where is it? We can use the fire cover as something to build that on. So it looks like it's actually sort of bolted onto it now, doesn't it? Now the problem with this is how... Oh, I've got level 1. There we go. How do we then continue this... because this actually seems to work, so... I wonder if I can continue doing this. This might actually work. I mean, it looks a little silly, but... At the same time, though, I'm able to actually build a continuous staircase. Which is something I have struggled with for countless scenarios, because all I wanted was just a walkway, a staircase. I mean, just going up and up and up. But this just seems to actually do the job more than nicely. Hey, I found a means that I like. Alright, there we go, guys. So we're actually at level. I've got to check this out actually from the ground. Cool. One bloody big staircase. Love it. Okay. So yeah, that one there is going to be our corner. That's going to be like that because, well, it makes sense in a minute. Oops. Straight there. Go back to the wall one. There you go. So that sort of does that corner nicely. Oh, look at that, guys. I mean, we've got this lovely corner there. That is nice. However, it is kind of unrealistic. So I think we're going to need some form of pillar support. Where's pillars? Interior walls? No, it was on the truss pillar now. Actually, that's a good point. Because we've got the truss pillars, we can... No. I'm using truss pillars too much. I'm going to use... Where the hell is it? The interior pillar. Don't know why it keeps on twisting it. Because I want the thin edge. Bother. Coming out like that. Now, should I just go straight into the earth, or should I go onto a bit of concrete? Now that extend out from the wall. Interesting conundrum. I think, therefore I'm going to have the concrete, because then that way we can guarantee that we've got a... I was going to make a pun, but I thought it's going to be terrible if I use that pun, which is the leg to stand on one. So I was trying to think of another way of wording it. I've gone out a bit too far. Alright, there we go. So it's not too bad, is it? And then, where is it? Continue our... Actually, I should have dropped on here. Probably get this... Now that one's twisted. Just use our suit lights, because I think it's starting to get a bit dark. I'm really struggling to see what's going on. And then on top of that, it's completely the wrong coloration, because I did the concrete bit. There we go. Okay, so we've got that in place. I think the last thing to do is sort of seal this off. Just a... Oh, it's not going to let me. Alright, let's do... something like that. Oh, I'm still on the wrong texture. So what I'm doing is I'm in effect is I'm going to utilize yeah, I'm going to have to, because otherwise that looks really funny having that offset. I was hoping actually the window's going to be in the way on that side, so I may have to anyway. Bugger. That's the only one that's going to look weird. But other than that, look at that, we've got a staircase. Okay, so I'm going to have two of these gates actually. One on the inside, one on the outside. Reason why, I think I'm going to have them different colours deliberately. The reason why is I wanted to have it so that we've got maybe some air vents in the side here, going up to an oxygen tank at the top. We're going to have to find a way of filling that up. So, I mean, that's going to be easy enough anyway. Use that as like an airlock. Sorry. Okay, so I think what we can then do is maybe have like maybe a stairwell going up even further to the roof, where we can like park the helicopter. Right. Now the area in between, I'm going to work on once I figure out the office area, because that's going to need... I'm going to use the consoles for this one because I love these new consoles. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do then is something like that. So I've got an area, I want to say looking out on there, but it's not quite. Nah.
Inventory full.
What I'm going to have then, I want an area where I can just walk in here. I can look at what's going on there. So if I have it instead, rather than there, have it there, that we have the corner seat. So we've got an area to walk around. Then we'll have the modular buttons. The module there. We'll have corner bits there and there as well. Sort of like that lovely sci-fi look. And then we've got the area we can walk around here. Then we're going to have like the... where is it? I'm thinking about using this bridge slope, which I've hardly used. I really wanted to create more of an area that we can sort of like look out from. So how do I do this effectively? I think is going to be... Oh, yes, there was that idea that somebody else posted once. I'm going to borrow the idea. Now, what they did was they used the interior light. As a means of holding the wall section. Then doing something like that. So I think what I'm going to do is that one there though, I'm going to get rid of so it's a bit more uniform in that corner. Okay. Bear with me a moment. Sorry, my phone was going like crazy in the background now, and I'm sure you guys heard it. Okay, so we've got all this in here. Right, what can I put in there? I mean, we've got a reasonable lookout in there anyway. So yeah, okay, I have to jump up a bit to have a good look down, and then. Not sure how to seal this off properly. So do maybe something like that. And that. And then in this inside section here, maybe bring it to like a wall like that. Yeah. Yeah, actually that kind of works, because then what I can then do is I could then just bring it out. Yeah, that works. That works kind of nicely, actually. So it then creates like this working alcove, really. That's kind of neat. Let's see, what else can we throw in here? Probably throw in some planters. Oh, didn't mean to click that. Always seem to be doing that. Planters, we need a kitchen area. Can't use any of this stuff because this is all small grid. We'll get some couches. Yeah, we'll put in the weapons rack, because I really do need to extract all my personal firearms and actually store them somewhere. Be honest with you. Oh, choices. There's a lot of good choices that we could potentially make in here for things that we need to do. Oh yeah, food processing. I need the food processor. What else do I need? Like need, I mean. Maybe some... We do need to decorate at some point as well. So, okay. Let's start with what we got. Okay. So, what we got here, this is a reinforced conveyor tube. So, I'm going to turn that into one of our Usual conveyors. Let's get that the right way around, however. And get back a colour. Donk. And then in here we throw in the food processor in there. And then yeah, we could have that in there, or we could have an inset kitchen, which has got more stuff like that. Okay, let's have that built in so we can figure out what we're doing. Okay, so that's got two walls there. We've got the stove there. We've got microwaves and sink over here. So actually, yeah, that sort of works. That works quite nicely actually. And then okay, let's see what else we've got. Damn, the sink's in the wrong place, isn't it? I mean, we can't exactly put a planter there either, or anything else, because that's going to be in the way. Because I was really sort of hoping to sort of like maybe curb that off a bit. Unless maybe we do maybe something like that. We can make something interesting of it, because we've got that wall there. So what I'm thinking, so maybe if we made this area like an armory, so we could have like a weapons rack for each different type of weapon.
Energy low.
That isn't a problem. Actually, yeah, leave those windows as they are. That looks good in that different colour around that way. And then having... where's the door? In between here. Okay. Sort of thinking... let's block it in for now. And then we can like work out where things go in there. Okay, let's... oh gosh. I really haven't been thinking about my food levels. That's bad. Okay, so yeah, that's nice. Sort of come in here. I mean, you saw that, right? We sort of come in. We've got that like little terrarium area there. We've got like our work area here, which is nice and big and open. So we've got ways to move around. I mean, I am thinking maybe putting in like an interior turret in here, maybe as like a point defense system, because I don't know, we're sitting here working, you know, somebody come in the back and then boom, that's it, we're dead. You know, we do need to start thinking about things like interior turrets and stuff. Man, this is starting to look real good. Okay. Still got all this area that we still haven't done anything with. Going back to the kitchen area though, seeing that sci-fi bar, I do like that idea maybe for the corner. Maybe like that. I mean, I suppose we could throw one in there as well. So use a bit of everything up, you know what I mean? Got the insect kitchen. Okay, so that's everything from there. And then we could like maybe, where is it? Throw in a planter on the end there. I mean, that's great. And then, like, seats wise, maybe throw in something like that. That's this couch. Yeah, we'll just throw in another sofa there. I mean, look at that. I mean, we've got quite a nice little area going on here. Oh, yeah. I actually really like that. That's kind of cool. I think though I am going to sort of like maybe slap on that there. So yeah, that works. That works really nicely actually. Really like that. Alright, like I was saying earlier though, do need... Oops, got rid of the weapons racks. Get them back in. Also get some storage shelves in here as well. Right, turrets. Where the hell are turrets? There's turrets. Yeah, that might be a little OTT. Now, as cool as that would be, that would be over the top. I mean, you know. Yeah. No. Okay, let's add that in the interior turret. Stop being silly, yeah? Right, I can go in there like that. We will need to add in some weapons in there. I'm sorry, that was just too much fun. Interior turrets. Now, I can't remember what they use. MR50. So we will have to create some MR50. At some point. So if we sort of add in that bit there, it creates like the wall there. I mean, I could always put the oxygen tank on top. And then have like a bit of connector up there. Yeah. So, right, for this bit here, what I'm thinking about doing is, it was what I was just muttering to myself about, if I can find the air vents. I'm sure I've just gone past them, like twice. I have. So we need the air vents, we need an oxygen tank. Okay, cool. Right, air vents wise... yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with the full air vent here. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And then... we just go with like a bit of corner here. One going like that. And... actually, no, I don't need to do that. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Where is it? Lab small oxygen tank. It's got bottom facing
Inventory full.
connection points, so I could just do that. Alright, that's cool. Okay. Okay, so what we got? Let's put these on depressurize on. Just want to see. It's actually extracting oxygen from the air itself, so I don't really need to do much in this regard. Oh, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have needed the ice. Yeah, for anything except for maybe the hydrogen. Alright, that's cool. So we're going to get a full tank there. That's excellent. Which then means what I can then do is I could then build on this success if I can find the bloody opening and put an air vent there and an air vent there. You see where I'm going with this? For now, we'll just depressurize them. Why can't I get through the door? Do you know what? I'm not going to go with that door. Sorry, guys. I know. We all love the lab door and all that, but you know, for me, it's a pain in the neck trying to figure out. It's like a pigeon effect. Trying to figure out which way the bloody door is. Oh, even better. That's cool. And then on top of that, what we got is like, if you notice, we've got 2 there, 1 there. That's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so we've got a long line there. Okay, how am I going to do this? I mean, I really need to get in these, some of these racks. And there's like, the storage shelves, there's like 3 different kinds. So we put shelf 1 there, maybe. Shelf 2 there. And we'll whack shelf 3 there. Whether they can all be built, only God knows. Alright, let's just double check that. Yep, there's only the 3. So weapons racks though. Right, let's put in like some armory lockers in the corner. So we can utilize all of the space here. Maybe have a couple of lockers in here, maybe for the ammo. Oh yeah, I forgot about this stuff. We've got weapons racks. Lining the walls. Like that. Actually, I think I should have kept those turrets. I have 1 there, 1 there. Right. Now, we found some other stuff in here, didn't we? So, like, we've got an inset bookshelf. That would be more for, like, in here, wouldn't it? Or a necessary distraction. Right, I'm thinking... We've got tons of sofas here. We've got one of these terrarium bits downstairs. So, let's add in... Let's add in the bookcase over here. Yeah. Right. Lab cabinet. So, I suppose that can be used anywhere, but... Yeah, let's add that in there. Got a lab freezer. Make more sense to be there. Okay, that's going back to weapons rack now. Okay, so in terms of where we stand at the moment, oh, that is nice. Where we stand at the moment, we are fully kitted out. I need to go ahead and make a ton of MR50. I also need to figure out how I'm going to roof this thing as well, because at the moment we've got no roof. But yeah, let's have a look at this using our spectator cam rather than jetpack. I mean, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that's the layout as it stands. That is looking pretty sweet. We've got a staircase now to heaven. We've got quite a bit of area up here that's now in use. Like I say, just need to be able to put a ceiling on this, light it up, put the weapons in, things like that, and also yeah, we now need a helipad on the top as well. So we are en route for a complete base, and then we can just get rid of this bit here. So I say that is good goings for this episode. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to finish off trying to figure out how to roof this thing, maybe connect everything, these all up as well, so everything is connected, maybe in through there, out there, and all that lovely stuff that I get to do. And yeah, join me next time on Akanja's Gaming, where I think we are going to start getting back into doing some other activities. He says, hopefully. I mean, yeah, we still got to do the cab section, storage, and redo the trucker's bay. But yeah, I think other than that, we're pretty good. We're getting somewhere in here. Alright guys, have a great one. Be kind to each other, be nice to each other, and I will catch you next time on Akanja's Gaming.